Happy Friday! We made it to the end of the week. Exciting. Which Fridays are my Mondays, so either way though, it's Friday. I'm excited to be here. I hope you're excited to be here because this is another Weather Extra with your favorite forecaster, Jayda Russell. That's me. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and start talking about today, but my biggest point is getting you into your Labor Day forecast because we're gonna keep the nice feeling temperatures right around those mid to upper 80s, possibly some 90s for some folks. So it'll feel a little like summer. We're kind of getting back into our average, but here's the thing. The deal is with that. There's a little skepticism. I think I said it right. It's fine. We're a little skeptical on getting directly at 90. And if we don't hit 90 this weekend, that means we'll be 2 weeks, two weeks under our average. That'll be 2 weeks spent under our typical temperature average. So there's your fun fact for the day. That'll be very interesting. The thing is, we're kind of seeing drier conditions, and that's going to keep a lot of our forecast on the cooler end, but allow for some warming should we get some warmer air moving in. So that's just, keep that in mind for the weekend. But all rain chances rather low and even pushed to your evening later on in the night. So that's a positive outlook for that point. So let's go ahead and start looking at currently 77 right at I-5, 65 in Madison. So mild start to your Friday. Feels nice out the door. Most of us still in those upper 70s to note. Some folks still in the mid 70s. We're seeing some 74s and 73s in the eastern end. Some of our cooler communities like Fort Payne and Scottsboro. Typically some of our cooler communities. But the expected forecast is to be sunny through most of the weekend with some slight rain chances here and there. But again, not going to put too much of a damper on things. So we'll see those rain chances later in the evenings. So you'll be able to enjoy your day. And by the time you get ready to wrap everything up, you'll probably see a shower or two. We could see a stray shower, I would say Sunday, before we would see one on Saturday. Saturday is going to be pretty dry. Expectations for tonight, dry as well. So looking through the rest of our day, beautiful sunshine. Cloud cover starts to build in closer to the 5 and 6 o'clock hour into 7. I know some folks are getting ready for Friday night football. We're doing blitz tonight. But I believe Decatur and Austin. Those are our blitz teams for the night. Exciting. So I will be out there enjoying the football game for tonight, Friday Night Lights. Exciting time. But beautiful conditions all around. Like I mentioned, we'll see some upper 80s for the day. Nice breeze to note as we get later into the evening. It does kind of pick up just a tad. Just enough for us to have, just to say we have a little breeze. Cloud cover should keep us a little on the cooler side, especially as we get into the evening. We'll start to lose some of the daytime heating, so that'll keep us on the cooler end. So maybe a light jacket. It wasn't bad. I was out and about myself yesterday, and it wasn't bad. It was just kind of like a little cooler. You could tell it was nighttime air. You could kind of tell that, but it wasn't rough at all. It felt pretty nice, mild, doable, especially for someone who runs cold. I'm cold all the time. This is the first time I'm not in a jacket, you guys. Wow. So feels pretty nice. That'll be the expected temperatures throughout your night, still in those low end 80s. And then as we get later into tonight, we'll start to see those 70s closer to 8 o'clock once the sun completely sets and has been set for about an hour or so. We'll start to see some of those 70s creeping back in. Nice clear conditions though. The clouds don't last very long. We'll see them periodically throughout our night, but nice mild conditions for the most part. So if you are going out to a game tonight, it'll be beautiful conditions. You won't have to worry about keeping an umbrella nearby. It'll be nice and dry. Great football weather, especially because I have something else to show you guys in a minute for the next couple of weeks. That'll be very exciting for football weather, so we'll talk about that in a second though. Humidity starts to pick up though with those rain chances starting to slightly increase as we head into Sunday and Monday. So we will start to see some still comfy but on the stickier end of comfy, I should say. So we'll keep it great and amazing through the weekend, and then we get up to those comfy, sticky areas of our outlook here. Once again, not expecting some heavy downpours during the day. Just a stray shower possible for Sunday afternoon and evening. Monday, the heavier chance for rain keeps pushing back into the night. So it could be like 6, 7 o'clock. So once we start wrapping up your Labor Day festivities. So here's what the next 3 days look like percentage wise. We've got 20% chance for Saturday and Sunday. Very loose on those. Again, stray showers, just to keep that in your mind. Could see one, but they're mostly pushing into the evening. Monday is the heavier chance, but like I mentioned, also still evening, greater chance then. It'll cool off a bit by Monday too. You see, we go from like 90s. We're still kind of working on how that'll feel for tomorrow, truly, because we still have some cooler air in the mix. So cooler air and cloud cover expected for some of the weekend. So it won't be gloomy looking, but it'll also be a little more cloud cover, preventing us from getting to that 90 for some areas. So, but we take it back down to 83 by Monday. So keep that in mind. It'll be a little mild. It'll feel cooler, but it'll be mild for Monday. Just know that those rain chances will be later in your evening. So if you have plans to travel, whether you're going to the West Coast, you'll deal with some 80s and 90s, and you'll still stick with 90s on the East Coast as well. Looks like Los Angeles is nice and cool at 81, beautiful sunshine. Las Vegas is finally at double digits. They've been at triple digit weather for so long that I'm just like, this is kind of awful to look at. My parents went back in June. Yeah, they went back in June and it was like 110. Looking at Tampa and Orlando, looks like Orlando's still dealing with some showers and storms. I feel like I did see some people post about that on their trips to Disney. But yes, low end 90s expected for parts of Florida. And that'll continue for a good portion of our coast as well. So hopefully you're traveling somewhere where there's some good weather. For folks that are interested in the tropics, we only have one disturbance right now. 20% chance of developing in the next 7 days. But in 2 days, you can see it's not really going to develop all that well. So I believe our next update should be in the next hour or two, I believe. But the expected deal here is that we're probably not going to see much coming off of this. Thankfully, Fernand has gone on and fizzled out as planned. But the next name after that, we have Gabrielle and Humberto. Yes. G and H. So those are your names for that. And let's see. Yes. This is the fun stuff I wanted to get to. We're expecting to see another cool down right around September 3rd into the 7th. So we could possibly see 90s this weekend, but it's going to come back to the upper 80s for a good portion of us. So some folks are probably going to be in those upper 70s. It's going to be a little fall feeling. And it's funny, I talked about this with Jeff earlier. He was like, it's no longer really a false fall because it's been like 2 weeks of this. So we're kind of saying fallish for now. But it'll be nice football weather. College football returns this weekend, and I am just so excited. Oh my goodness, I have missed football so much. Anyway, anywho, we'll see some lows in the middle 50s as well, so keep that in mind. Our average for this time of year is just below 90, 88, and our lows are in the 70s, I believe. Oh no, 60s. Yeah, so much cooler than normal. So we'll see how that plays out after Labor Day, but looks like our conditions will still remain kind of fall feeling. 90s, we're going to see when they decide to come back into the mix of things. So we could see 90s this weekend. Rain chance pushed back into later evening and afternoons. Keep that in mind for your plans. And once we get to Labor Day, again, evening showers, not expecting these to take over your day. As we push to Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll still see some rain chances throughout those days. Cloudy conditions will stick around for the back half of the following work week, so enjoy the sunshine while we've got it today and tomorrow and even Sunday. But we do see 79 right around Thursday, so that'll cause things to feel a little like fall, if you could say that at this time of year, I guess. Again, it's fallish, I should say. But we'll continue to see some nice, cooler conditions for the next couple of weeks. We may see some 90s pop back in the forecast beyond this weekend. Could pop back into some warmer temperatures. So it's all in the matter of how the cold fronts and jet streams decide to work in our favor. So, of course, we'll always keep you up to date via Weather Extra on our newscasts as well, so you can tune in TVL in the next 10 or so minutes. You can tune in noon, our evening shows as well. So we'll also have our 48 Blitz tonight, tailgate tour. Super exciting. We had so much fun last week. If you missed out last week, Peyton and I took over a Spirit truck full of Mars Hill Spirit gear. They had Stanleys and hats and cute t-shirts, a bunch of fun stuff. And honestly, we had so much fun. It was lots of fun. So if you missed last week's tailgate tour, tune in this week. We have tons of fun. It's me, Peyton Walker, Kaylee Tinglestad, and Carl Prather, everyone's favorite. So all four of us will be taking the field, watching Decatur and Austin tonight. So super exciting. Once again, I hope you'll tune in. And for folks that are going to other games tonight, I hope you enjoy your Friday night. Stay safe. Go team. Go everyone's team. Hope everyone's team does well. And I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I'll be here this weekend forecasting, so I'll be back here on Weather Extra with you guys tomorrow at 4:30. See you then.